Robbie Earle, Tim Howard in studio. What did we just witness, Robbie Earle?
Something that's beautiful, something that makes the Premier League unique, something that all the talk about Nottingham Forest has been about 22 players who you'll never get a spirit if things can't work. We've just seen a performance there. I mean, we've had to come off the scenes. We could be there another 30 minutes because this Forest team and this Forest set of fans knew this was a special day. This was an important day. This is a win that kickstarts their season. This is a win that gives belief to the group of players. There'll be kids at that stadium who've never seen Nottingham Forest in the Premier League. There'll be older folk in that stadium who remember Forest when they've won titles and won European Cups. Today they're going to celebrate, and they'll talk about this game in 10 years' time, about the win at home to Liverpool. That's how big it is.
So they have 2 wins on the season now. Liverpool with 3 losses. They had 2 losses all of last season. Forest do not win this game without the play of Dean Henderson. As a keeper, I'm sure you were brimming with pride watching him.
Well, he had a fantastic day, and you need your goalkeeper, particularly down at the bottom of the table against Liverpool. You need your goalkeeper to have a fantastic day. You need a lot of things to go right. That happened, you know, again, as Robbie said, the talk has been about all the players they brought in. I actually think they've kind of handcuffed Steve Cooper, really, and we've talked, how does he find continuity with this team? He's done it with the back 4. They kept 2 clean sheets. They had conceded 23 goals in the season, which was second most in the Premier League. So they've started to find a rhythm and a groove when it comes to the defensive side of the ball. Awoniyi gets a goal today. I thought Johnson comes on. He looks lively. Morgan Gibbs-White, I thought, was fantastic again. So they need to score more goals, of course, but if they can keep him out at the back, that's a big starting point for them.
For all the credit for Forest, and we have given them credit, Liverpool, that's a bad day. We were plotting Liverpool getting back close to that top 4, talking about them getting to the break unbeaten and starting to really kickstart the season after the World Cup. That is a big, big loss for Jurgen Klopp and these men. Disappointing day for Liverpool.
All right, in case you missed any of it, let's take a look at the highlights from this one. We'll start, Robbie Earle, with how Forest were frustrating Liverpool from the start.
Well, Steve Cooper set his team up 4 at the back, 5 across midfield, 1 up this top, and they were saying at times Liverpool are going to have more possession than us, but they're not going to create too many opportunities through open play. Chances came through set pieces. Bobby Firmino, he has 6 Premier League goals for him, can't make it 7. And at the other end, we see this was a rare opportunity for Forest to get forward. Lingard with a shot that's easily saved by Alisson in goal.
Liverpool here, a chance, maybe their best chance in the first half.
Yeah, and I think Virgil van Dijk should be hitting the back of the net. It looks to me like he's looking for Firmino rather than heading it to goal. It was one of a few misses for Van Dijk during that first half.
Tim, here's the goal.
Yeah, and they gave themselves something to hang on to going into the second half, and there's the breakthrough from Awoniyi. Liverpool have an incredibly high line, which they probably pay the price for here. Forrest did a really good job just playing that ball to the back. And then Awoniyi gets it first. You see here, beats Alisson, hits the post, comes back to him, and all he has to really do there is tap it into an open net and cue the scenes there at Forest. But again, great second half of football. Harvey Elliott does the right thing, tests the goalkeeper. Henderson, who we said had a really good day at the near post, he makes a save, as you would expect in that position. And just watch James Milner here. Gibbs-White does a great job sorting his feet out. He thinks he has a goal, but not for a brilliant block from the captain, Milner. And Liverpool, again, just there, set pieces. Bobby Firmino missing another header. Forest were good. This is where they were at their best, when they were able to break, defend well, defend properly, and substitute Brennan Johnson there. Just uses the pace of the cross and stabs at it. Forces a good save from Alisson at the near post. Steve Cooper knows his team has to hang on here, and hang on they did. It's a good cross. Fullback to fullback. Robertson to Alexander-Arnold. Again forcing a save from Dean Henderson, who is not short of confidence. And the more saves he racks up, the more confident he gets, and he was fantastic. Nottingham Forest, again, springing. This is probably their best chance. You want to talk about a world-class save from a world-class goalkeeper. Yates thinks he scored, thinks he's doubled the lead and given them some breathing room. But Alisson with an absolutely incredible save there. Lovely ball in from Alexander-Arnold. We've seen this a couple times today. Van Dijk there at the back post, just goes to put it back across the goal. He needs to be more selfish in those areas. He can get himself a goal, and he doesn't. Here's Van Dijk, point blank. It's a header down. Probably goes down as a bad miss, as you're thinking Van Dijk should score here, but credit the goalkeeper. It's another really, really good save from Dean Henderson. That ball's actually almost behind him before he gets his big frame down and that big strong paw. You can see what it means there to him and those defenders.
What a day to be a fan of Forest. They did return Dean Henderson, which was good to see. They returned him to the pitch at the end, but yeah,
he's happy in there.
Yeah, exactly. We've seen so many times Liverpool come up with those late goals. Now, this was an upset, this was a shock, but historically, maybe we shouldn't be that surprised. You see all time in the Premier League at Nottingham Forest there at the City Ground. Liverpool yet to win a game. In fact, it's the only site in the Premier League where they've played multiple times where they have not come away with at least one victory.